It's that time again when we go to Greg's mailbox. Remember, I'm a family law attorney here in Fort Worth and a social media influencer. I get thousands of letters every week and I like to read them right here. Here's one from my friend Ben. He reads, "Dear Greg, there are over 20,000 lawyers in Tarrant County. 19,000 say they do family law. So how do I pick the right lawyer for my case?" Thanks a lot, Ben, for the letter, and let's take it a step at a time here. You know what this is, Ben? Oh, it's a funnel. So we're going to start up here. We're going to have a lot of lawyers, and we're going to go all the way through until we get just the right lawyer for you. So I know what you're going to do. Start out that Google search, right? Top-rated family law attorneys in Fort Worth, best lawyers in Fort Worth, so on and so forth. Ben, have you ever heard of SEO, search engine optimization? Okay, but let's move on. So you're going to get a big, long list. You're going to get pages and pages and pages of lawyers. Here's my tips and tricks right now. Number one, skip through the paid advertising for now. Okay. Number two, skip through the lawyer directories, the Find, well, I shouldn't say their name, and the Martin and the O's. You know, skip through that nonsense. Get down to where you're looking at actual lawyer websites. Okay. Now, tip number two, and this is just a pet peeve of mine, if they have in their description experienced or aggressive, my two least favorite adjectives in lawyer advertising, skip them. Come down, find 3 family law practices that at least at some level seem to be authentic, at least at some level seem to be doing good work. And then we're going to vet those people. We're going to determine whether or not their actions really match the slick advertising. So a couple of things here. Number one, you're going to go on that page and you're going to start looking at stars, right? Which is all good. Here's my tip on this point. Would you pick a firm that had 5 reviews and they were all 5-star reviews, or would you pick a firm that had 50 reviews and a 4.7 rating? Answer, you'd pick the firm that had 50 reviews and the 4.7 rating. Why? Because it's family law and not everybody is happy all of the time, and we're all entitled to a mulligan or two in a very difficult industry. So you've identified 3 firms. Now what are you going to do? Well, we're going to pick up the phone. Well, wait a minute. That's so old school. We're going to reach out to that attorney or those law firms, and we're going to make an inquiry. Now today that can happen any of a number of different ways. It can be by an SMS chat on their website, which I like. It can be by scheduling an appointment straight from the Google My Business page, which I also like. Or, as a lot of people still do, they want to pick up the phone, ring, and talk to somebody at the other end of the line. However you establish contact with that prospective law firm, here's what I want you to look for. I want you to look for professionalism. I want whoever's answering that phone to be knowledgeable, to express concern, and to be able to quickly and efficiently point you in the right direction. If they don't sound professional, move on. Move on. It's not worth it. Also, how long does it take you to get from that initial outreach to actually establishing contact with a lawyer? The sales funnel, the pipeline should be fast, okay? You shouldn't have to wait days to reach a lawyer. So, you finally have made contact. You've got time set aside to visit with a lawyer. Most lawyers in this market will give you, say, 15, 20 minutes of time to talk, to answer some questions, to see if you all have rapport with one another. I think that's perfectly acceptable. Here's what I want you to look for when you're talking to the lawyers. I call it the 3 C's. Number 1, compassion. Is that lawyer listening to you? Does that lawyer understand your problem? Number 2, competence. Does the lawyer sound like they know what they're talking about? It's pretty easy to tell if they're competent, okay? Number 3, are they able to communicate with you clearly? Are they able to give you some type of a roadmap as to where to go with your case? Now, a couple of things here. Oh, there's the 4th C. Cost. Now, I'm not going to get into cost right now, Ben, and I'm sure somebody else will write me about that real soon, and we'll talk about it. But for today, here's what I want to say. Value is the most important thing I want you to look for, okay? Cost is what you pay, value is what you get. More later, Ben. 3 things I want you to avoid when hiring an attorney. The 3 C's. Number 1, avoid cheerleaders. Avoid that lawyer who's going to tell you whatever he thinks you want to hear to get that retainer fee. You need a lawyer who tells you both what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear. You need an honest assessment. You need an honest broker and an honest guide through a difficult process. Number 2, I want you to avoid this. Avoid the conceited lawyer. And I think you'll know pretty quickly where that lawyer's coming from. Is your case just a canvas for them to showcase their individual greatness? Ben, who needs it? Number 3, avoid the contentious lawyer. Listen, a lawyer has a rare opportunity to be a part of the solution rather than be a part of the problem. Don't hire that lawyer who's going to get you knee-deep into conflict for no good reason. So Ben, I hope this was helpful to you. And we've gotten down here to the bottom of the funnel, and out is going to drop the lawyer who's right for you. Wait a minute, that didn't work. Ben, I guess this was just all for the birds. But happy lawyer shopping. Remember, gut decision, follow a few of the guideposts. Good luck.